Some critical pieces of legislation seem to be stuck in limbo, and today we're diving into 122C, why it hasn't been passed by Parliament yet, and what's holding it back. You might be wondering, what's the delay? Well, 122C is tightly connected to the new exchange rate, and there's someone making sure these two pieces fit together properly, Alec. He's in charge of overseeing this process to make sure everything aligns smoothly. Stick with us to find out what that means. Let's start by breaking down what 122C actually is. It's a piece of legislation that's been in the works for a while now, and many believe it could bring big changes to our financial system. But here's the twist, it hasn't been voted on yet. So, what's the hold-up? Well, the new exchange rate is a game changer. It affects how money flows into and out of the country. If Parliament passes 122C without factoring in the new exchange rate, it could cause some serious issues. Picture this, a team trying to play a game without checking the weather. If it rains and they're not ready, the game is ruined. That's why Alec is so crucial right now. He's overseeing the whole process, making sure that 122C and the new exchange rate work hand in hand. Think of him as the wedding planner, ensuring everything fits together perfectly. Let's talk about the potential impact. If 122C passes with the wrong exchange rate, businesses could face struggles, imports could skyrocket, and essentials might become more expensive for everyone. This could also affect employment rates, and the stability of our local economy. Small businesses, in particular, are already feeling the pressure. They need stability to make informed decisions about hiring and pricing. So, why has this taken so long? The negotiation process is complex. There are a lot of players involved, from government officials to economic experts, each with their own concerns. It's a bit like trying to plan a family vacation, everyone wants something different, and compromises have to be made. This leads to endless meetings, drafts, and revisions. Now, why is aligning 122C with the new exchange rate so important? It's not just about money, it's about trust. Trust between the public and the government. When citizens see their leaders are thoughtful and thorough, it builds confidence. On the other hand, if things go south, it could lead to a loss of faith in the system, and that's the last thing we need. Plus, the global implications matter. Countries around the world are watching how we handle these changes. A stable financial environment makes us more attractive to foreign investors, and if 122C and the exchange rate align well, it'll show we can handle our financial matters. So, what can you do to stay informed about this? Keep an eye on community forums, read up on the latest updates, and don't hesitate to voice your opinion. Every perspective counts, and public engagement can help shape decisions. Democracy is more than just voting, it's about continuous dialogue. Let's also encourage awareness. Talk to your friends and family about the importance of 122C and the exchange rate. Your voice can amplify the conversation. Switching gears a bit, let's talk about the contract rate. What is it? The contract rate is a special rate that some holders of Iraqi dinar may be eligible for when exchanging their currency. This rate is typically much higher than the standard exchange rate you'd find at banks or exchange places. So why is this important? If you hold Iraqi dinar, it could make a big financial difference when you exchange it. The difference between the standard rate and the contract rate could be thousands of dollars. Here's the scoop: there have been discussions in the community, and it's been mentioned in conference calls that those holding dinar may be offered this contract rate. But how do you ensure you get it? If you're heading to a redemption center, make sure you ask about it. If they don't mention it automatically, be prepared to ask, "I've heard there's a contract rate available for the dinar. Can you tell me about it?" Let's break down the steps to make sure you're ready for this process. 1. Research ahead of time, know what the contract rate is and stay up to date on any changes. 2. Keep your dinar in good condition, make sure your notes are clean, intact, and easily recognizable as authentic. 3. Prepare your documents, have all necessary paperwork ready for the redemption process. 4. Be polite but firm, if they don't offer the contract rate, calmly ask why. 4. You might be surprised at how effective a respectful approach can be. 5. Escalate if needed, if they still refuse, ask to speak to a supervisor. 5. Sometimes, it's all about finding the right person to talk to. If you're not going directly to a redemption center, but instead using an online service or third party, make sure you understand their process and ask them about the contract rate. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, seek advice from trusted members of the dinar community. Here's a quick, personal story. A friend of mine held on to several dinar for years, but when it was finally time to exchange, they weren't aware of the contract rate. They just accepted whatever rate was offered and walked out disappointed. It was a valuable lesson learned, and they regretted not asking for the better rate. Don't make the same mistake. Be informed, and make sure you ask for the best rate possible. As you prepare for your own exchange, join online forums and community groups focused on Iraqi dinar. Engaging in discussions and learning from others' experiences can give you valuable tips for when it's your turn. And don't forget to share your own experiences. Communication is key to navigating this process. To wrap things up, 122C isn't just floating in Parliament with no purpose. It's tied up with the new exchange rate, and Alec is working hard to ensure they're aligned. Stay informed, engage with your community, and keep the conversation going. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and comment below. What do you think about the delay, and how do you think it will impact us? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Former Iraqi oil minister Abdul Jabbar al-Luabi confirmed that the cost of oil production in some areas of the country could reach $20 per barrel. Al-Luabi said in an interview followed by Al-Maluma agency that the costs differ from one field and location to another, but on average, in some areas they reach $4 per barrel, and in other areas they reach $7. He explained that the cost in Wasit, Al-Zubair and East Baghdad, where there are deep excavations and complex areas, may reach $20. Regarding the number of oil patches in Iraq and the size of investments, Al-Luabi said that there are about 520 geographical patches with oil evidence, but only 73 of them are currently invested in, and in fact not all of them are invested in accordance with investment plans. Yesterday, Sunday, the House of Representatives voted on the draft law amending the first law of the Federal General Budget Law for the fiscal years 2023, 2024, 2025, number 13 of 2023, in a step that allows the resumption of the export of oil from the Kurdistan region.